season for you guys, ladder leaders, only a couple of weeks out from finals?
I think from a home and away sense, definitely. And yeah, as you said, ladder leaders, you know, we're in pretty good form ourselves as well, so we're really looking forward to the challenge.
What is it about Adelaide? We know the top of the table, they've had a great run this year, great season, running into finals. What is it about them that makes them such a strong competitor?
I think they've got a really even three lines, defence, midfield and attack, and obviously their offence is best in the competition by I think about 200 points. So they've got a lot of goal scoring options, and you know, that's going to be the challenge for us this week, is stopping that.
Do you think it's finals come early? Do you take a finals mentality into the game?
Well, I think so. Yeah, you're going to have to, and I mean, we're preparing for finals. Hopefully, come the end of the year, they definitely are. Home deck for them, it's going to be on. So I dare say they'll be treating it like a finals match, and we like to think we're playing on the edge every week, and this week's going to be no different.
Do you take heart from the last time you played them, the final here, and how well you did, especially in the first quarter and first half?
To be honest, last year we haven't thought too much about. Obviously, this year's presented a whole new set of challenges and obstacles, and we're a completely different team. So, while I guess you could say you think about last year and the finals like match, but you know, this year's got its new challenges and whatnot.
You guys have been so good to start matches generally this year. What do you put that down to?
I don't know, mate. Maybe just the rev up from Joe before the game, but. We seem to have been starting well, but we like to think that, you know, should they quell that start, that we're backing ourselves in over the 4 quarters, and we think the last few weeks we've been delivering close to 4-quarter performances.
Your back six have been pretty much settled since you came back from your injury, and you've got arguably the best offence in the comp. Is that something that, as a group, you look forward to?
Coming up against the best offence in the comp, yeah, definitely. Obviously, best. Stingiest defence in the comp up to date, and as I said before, they're the best offence by quite a bit. So we're really looking forward to the challenge. But in saying that, it's not just the defensive six. As you know, it's our 18-man defence that we really pride ourselves on. The forwards and midfields have a genuine role in helping us stop the opposition score.
We know Nick Smith's, generally gets Eddie bets. How do you think you match up with the others? You know, with Jenkins and Walker, etc.
Well, it's tough because they're all genuine. They're all genuine targets and genuine threats down there. So we have our team meeting this afternoon, but I dare say myself, Melican, Reg Grundy will be playing on a whole host of, whether it be McGovern, Jenkins, and Walker. I think it's just dependent on matchups, time of game, and just what they present, what their structure looks like.
You've generally been pretty good on the road, and a couple of weeks ago really shocked Geelong in that first quarter. Does that build confidence, and what's the key to keeping things settled in that sort of atmosphere?
I'm not too sure what the key is, but I think there's a genuine enjoyment factor of when the team travels. We love getting away. We love being, I guess, the 22 out in the field against the whole stadium. I felt like we've really thrived in that area probably over the last 12 to 18 months, and hopefully this week's going to be no different.
And is Adelaide peak sort of, that sort of challenge? Just the
definitely.
noise.
I mean, we've played probably 4 or 5 games there over the last 2 years, and we really enjoy the challenge. We really enjoy the atmosphere over there. Adelaide Oval's probably up there with one of the best grounds to play at, and the atmosphere is electric. So we're really looking forward to going over there, and hopefully a big crowd and a big game.
You've spoken about their forwards, obviously Eddie Betts, Josh Jenkins and Taylor Walker. What about their midfield though? Rory Sloane's been tagged several times this season. Is that something you'd look at doing?
Well, they've got a pretty even and strong midfield. I mean, not only Sloane, but I think the Crouch brothers fly under the radar a bit. So we're going to, as I said before, we're going to look at our team meeting this afternoon. We'll probably suss that out, but we're expecting a fierce contest regardless of whether we tag someone or whether they tag one of our players. So I think it's going to be on, and the contested ball is really important for both teams. So we're going to be looking to get on top early in that area.
But he's still in the hunt for the Coleman medal. Do you think he can rein in those guys ahead of him?
I'd like to think so, but that's the furthest thing, I'm sure, from Bud's mind and from our mind at the moment. I mean, he's had a great year, and it was good to see him back to his goal-kicking form on the weekend. But I think as long as we're winning as a team, that's all we need, and that's all we can ask for.
Your skipper trained on Monday. How's he looking ahead of the game?
He's looking pretty good. I think he's quietly confident. He's obviously got to get through training now, but I dare say he'll be out there.
And Nick Newman, do you have an update?
I don't know, but I think he's the same as Joe. He's just got to get through training. He's obviously it looked pretty bad when it was coming off. It looked almost like a season-ending injury, but I think he's right in the mix to play. So we'll wait to see how he goes through training, and then I'll let you know.
Where's Aliir at the moment? This time last year he was really in outstanding form and a big part of the defensive group, and hasn't. Obviously, it's been difficult to get a game in a winning team, but where's he at?
Well, it's been a tough year for Aliir, obviously, for obvious reasons. He's had the disciplined one where he missed training, and then fighting on the back of he had a slow start to pre-season with an injury and all that. But I think it's just the emergence of blokes like Nick Newman and Lewis Melican especially, and I guess possession's 9/10 of the law, especially in the team that's winning. So Aliir, while Aliir hasn't been, probably hasn't been the year he'd like, he's definitely been doing everything right down the reserves, and he's just waiting for an opportunity. But Lewis Melican's come in and really grabbed his opportunity with both hands. So it's just hard for spots at the moment. That's what we like.
How satisfied are you to see his resilience rewarded after all those injuries?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was good to see Kurt back, especially over the last 2 weeks, to somewhat near his best. I think his tackle pressure was really underrated, really important for us around the stoppages, and that's what we've really wanted from him. Since he's come back, he's just to compete, and that's what he did. A couple of big contested marks on the weekend, and obviously his follow-up work was really important to help get the ball going forward. So really pleased to see him getting back to somewhat near his best, and we think he's still got a bit to go.
There's always lots of pressure for spots, but in your time at the Swans, is this sort of as intense or as big as it's been?
Well, our reserves are playing well, and they've won the last 14 or 15 games or something. So they're playing really well, and we've got a whole number of blokes that are probably pretty stiff to be missing out, that maybe at some other clubs would be getting a game. So we're confident should anyone come in, they'll perform a role. But as you said, when the team's going all right and everyone's generally playing their role pretty well, it's tough to get in.